Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Listen, you guys. Chanel bags, baglets, handbags, trinkets like this, special items as heirlooms for the future? Say what now? Oh, well, it's happening. Believe it or not, we're going to get into it right after you subscribe to my channel. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. And you get a perk. And you get a perk. And you get a perk. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Dacob spelled together there for extra perks as well. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday. And y'all's is all's invited to partake in the conversation. Hi everybody, cue in the chats. So you guys, hello darlings, hello darlings. It's so hot in the fashion bunker these days. Listen, CNA Luxury.channelnewsasia.com reports about a family from Singapore that is collecting Chanel bags, some Hermes as well, but mostly Chanel bags for their daughter or daughters, for the entire family. And it's an article where they're interviewed and they're talking about how they believe, and it's interesting that this is happening in Asia, by the way. It's very, very fascinating this is happening in Asia, that there is this value added into like Chanel bags and luxury bags. Basically, what is happening is they see them as art pieces, which, you know, also on my channel, we often say, oh my God, you know, this thing is so cute. This is an art piece. I love it to bits. Is it an art piece? No. It's a beautiful, covetable design piece that I live for. Okay? Live. But they've gone a step further by saying, well, we're investing mostly in these bags, mostly in the classics, in all seasonal colors, whatever we can get our hands on every season. We're not resellers. We buy them. We have an extra room on the third floor, I think, something like that. Oh, by the way, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, just my opinion, not rooted in reality or facts. Everything is just alleged, so bear with me, okay? Third floor, and they have these like glass shrines like made for these bags, you know, and they keep the original. Okay, so for example, this heart bag came with this box, right? So they would keep the box on the glass shelf. In front of the box is the bag. They have the original box and the bag, like literally like a museum, like an artifact in a museum. And they collect all of them since years. And they have many, 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 many Chanel bags already. And of course, they go for the classics as much as they can. And they keep saying they will hold their value. So much so that our daughters, more than inheriting the business of their mother and father, they're going to inherit these bags, which are going to secure them like a good future. Do you guys think this is crazy? Or do you guys think there's something here? Because, you know, I always say, and by the way, I don't come from finance. I haven't studied finance. You know, I studied art and I do fashion and art history and art psychology. But that's that. I didn't, you know, so I can't give you any financial advice, nor would I. But I always say for myself personally, I don't see bags as investments. I did not go to Chanel to buy this little tiny cute adorable cutie patootie little heart cutie because I thought, oh, it's an absolutely not. I bought it because I love it, and that's it. I mean, I was crazy to buy it because, like, yeah. I'm looking at it now, I'm like, did I really buy it? Yeah, I did. So expensive, crazy. But anyway, I love it to bits. I'm a sucker for Chanel. So, but I would not go so far to say personally, oh yeah, sure, I'm buying that because it's an investment for the future, heirloom for my family, passing it down to my children. Well, first of all, as of now, there are no children in the pop works, on my end at least. I don't know about y'all's is, but Anyway, so I don't know. Families are changing, modifying. Of course, it's heterosexual families, homosexual families as well having kids. But anyway, there's a lot of people out there that are not having kids. What do you do if you believe these bags are heirloom? Who are you going to leave them to? Who are you going to leave them to? First of all. Second of all, even if you have kids and you want to leave it to your kids, maybe your kids hate fashion. Maybe your kids don't care. Maybe your kids just don't care. It's just like, oh, another bag. Mom bought another bag. Ugh, just leave me alone. You're so banal. You're so superficial, Mama. Oh my God, Downton Abbey. Papa, Mama bought another Chanel bag. And Papa's like, oh, Mama bought another bag. She's very bored. She's depressed. Oh, Mama, are you depressed? Find yourself a lover. The help can be the lover. Anyway, it's just like, what do you do? Who do you leave it for? At the end of the day, bottom line is this, you guys. I believe that we're everything we acquire during our lifetime on this planet, it never belongs to us, really. It's just something that we have for a very limited amount of time. Everything is on loan in your lifetime. Because once you kick the bucket, honey, once you kick the bucket, everything that you accumulated in that bucket is just going to go away. And it's not yours anymore. And, it's okay, fine. You might have kids to leave it to, but if you don't have kids to leave it to, who are you collecting it for? Heirloom what? First thing. Second thing, who's to say with how crazy we human beings are? We are batshit crazy. Okay? Who's to say that in the next couple of years, we don't destroy our own planet completely? Another nuclear war and we're done. Like, who are you going to leave your baglets to? Your baglets for who? For who? They're not going to be a baglet to give. So, it's like you never know what the future brings. And life has a sneaky way of just delivering the blows as it goes. And as it feels it has to shows. You know what I mean? It's a very particular sense of humor that life has, but it always slaps you in the end and it always wins. So, heirlooms. Do you guys consider it heirlooms or not? What do you think? Jason says, ever since 2015, people have been investing in handbags, but what they don't realize is they need to keep them in an acrylic box, basically, and not use them. These ladies use them, everyone. Right, but this family doesn't use them. They use a couple of their bags, the mother, bags, but the others are in pristine condition, not used. They're preserved like in a museum. But what for? And they believe that these are better investments than other business investments, allegedly. Jason says, yeah, wait, we are caretakers for a reason, says Eric. Yeah, zero baglets to give, says the wind testy. Alex says, a handbag is a practical item, FFS. Jason says, yeah, he's filthy rich, billionaire status. Who is? Squiggity says, investment heirloom. Just other reasons to convince people why they should fork out exorbitant amounts. I buy it because I like it and I love him. Just be honest, people. So he says, it's a bag to carry your stuff. Yeah. Jesus says, buy Chanel bags and sell them as beef jerky later on. Jeffree Star, Yak Ranch realness, turning his pets into yak jerky and yak patties. I know, I heard that story. That's a whole other can of worms. That's a whole other can of yak worms. Ampersand 83. Unless you can sell a bag for enough money to retire on, it ain't an investment in my book. Right. But you see, you guys, this is the thing. They're buying them as if they were art pieces. Literally like, okay, I'm buying them before the next price increase. I'm getting the classic piece. It's just going to keep going up in price. It's like buying a Modigliani before Modigliani was famous. And then like 20 years later, the painting you bought for, I don't know, $5,000 is now $1 million. And they believe that bags are going to have that type of trajectory. Now, who believes in the chats? Who is of the opinion in the chats that this constant price increase of luxury bags is a bubble that is going to burst sooner or later? Or is sky the limit? Are these prices just going to keep going up and up and up and up and up and up? Or is the bubble going to burst? Because I personally believe the bubble already burst. Now, we even saw or heard, allegedly, Bruno Pavlovsky, president of Chanel, say in his masterclass that he held in Florence, allegedly, right, a couple of days ago, he said something I'm paraphrasing here, that they're not going to increase at Chanel their prices anytime soon because they've already increased them like 50,000 times in the past couple of years, allegedly, right? And he even said it like, okay, we're done for now. I personally believe the only reason why they're done for now is because now they cost more than the Birkins and the Kellys, the Chanel bags, and they wanted that status. They wanted to be higher than Hermes. And now they are, and now they're like, oh, okay, now we're better than you. Now we can stop upping the prices. It's ridiculous. And every time they're asked about that, like allegedly, Chanel always says, replies, no, this has nothing to do with Hermes having beef with Chanel or Chanel wanting to be better. No, 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 no. I'm like, really? Then why are you doing exactly what Hermes is, except minus the quality? Anyway, whole other can of worms. So do you guys believe? Okay, Jesus says, in 10 to 20 years, those bags won't cost more than 2K. Johnny says, they can give those bags to a museum. Tax receipt. Unboxed beauty. Oh, wait, ampersand says. Oh, wait, Squickety says, everything will burst. Even houses that people live in burst. Alex says, it has to burst. Ampersand says, yeah, but with bags, don't they go down in value the moment you walk them out of the boutique? And wouldn't this also apply even if you never use the bag? No, ampersand, that is not true. If you buy the highly coveted, rare to find, difficult to obtain bags, the second you walk out of the boutique, they cost more. Hence why we see many, in this particular moment, where the Kelly and Birkin 25s are so requested and sought after, the 25s, if you buy a Kelly or Birkin 25, you get offered, pardon me, to buy one, and then you buy it for, let's say, 8,000 euro. The second you exit out of that store, you got yourself, you could sell it for double. You could flip it for 16K if you got the right colorway. So no, it's not like with a car or electronic devices. Also with electronic devices, depends what electronic device. How rare is it? But you know, the second you buy a standard Nintendo 3DS, do they still make those? I don't know. You go out of the store and it's not a limited edition. Electronics immediately lose in value, right? Certain watches don't, apparently. But with bags, and this is also a point that they make in the article saying they don't lose their value. The bags that they buy, that they say that the bags that they buy are those highly covetable bags and requested bags and bags that will never lose in value. They will only go up in value. But I'm like, but even that has a limit. Even that has a limit. And once that limit is reached, what are you going to do? I mean, Chanel can only, I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, they're already charging $10,000 for a maxi, a double flaps, timeless classic, regular leather, lambskin or caviar. Like, you can't just say, oh, well, well, now they cost 30,000. What? Already barely anybody's buying it now for 10K. Who's going to buy it for 20, 30K? There's a limit. And I do believe, yes, inflation is happening, economy is evolving the way it's evolving. So obviously prices are going up. But you guys, this is not about prices are just going up. This is about how fast they're going up. So the prices are going up faster than the kind of regular inflation rate is going, meaning you can't keep up. The ultra rich can keep up because their limit hasn't been reached yet. Like they're up here and the Chanel bag prices are here for them, right? But they're moving so fast, and that the people that are in this section, they're not climbing as quick as the price of the Chanel bags are climbing. So that gap gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Heirlooms? Squiggity says, stocks increase way more than a Chanel Classic flap, and it's way more liquid. Really good point. Thank you for letting us know. Barbara says, Jason, Jaime, she spends 70,000 when she goes shopping. She's worth 50 million. 25 years old. Shikma says, I have a few bags that I don't use anymore because I changed my day-to-day to smaller bags, but I still keep them for my grandchildren because I already paid for them. But that's a different story, Shikma. That's a different story. But actually creating, like on your third floor of your house, a little museum where you put these things and you store them, and it's like your vault where you're storing lingots of gold and lingots of platinum. I mean, who knows what is going to be the value of anything 20 years from now. Do we see Chanel bags, classic Chanel bags, Hermes classic bags, as golden lingots 20 years from now? Yes or no? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Yes or no? Just type in yes or no. And you guys do the same in the comment section down below when you watch this video, because I'm really interested. Happy Day says, yes, if you bought in 2015, classics in black caviar and kept in good condition, you're winning. But not if you buy today. But what if the prices keep going up? What if 1 year from now, it's another $2,000 more expensive? Caleb says no. Katie says no. Jesus says no. Jason says jungle, yeah, no. Silas says, Grandpa's broken dream. Oh, they're down the faucet. Down the Farrah faucet. Miri, no. Jason, no. Virtual Flower says, I like to wear use what I buy, even if I consider it an investment. Squeaky says, true, Alex. If you already got your stocks, gold, real estate, then yes, art and luxury items can add to the portfolio. Alex says, no. Katie says, also, bags eventually lose value over time because the materials aren't forever. A 1990s classic flap isn't worth as much as a 2000 classic flap. However, depending on which classic flap or which bag you bought in the 90s, no matter how rancid that leather is, you're gonna still make a profit. We're seeing it with the heart bags. The heart bags, the only heart bags that Carl made in the 90s for Chanel, I mean, most of them are pretty busted and beat up now after 30, 40 years. But now, I mean, they go for like what, 30, 40, $50,000. But that's because the Kardashians wore them, I guess. So there's kind of that factors in as well. Star potential, star power. So then it's like a monopoly, like a poker game. Like, okay, well, what bag am I going to buy in the hopes that some starlet in 20 years from now is going to want to wear the bag because the stylist gives it to her? Too risky. You see what I mean? It's too risky. And yes, leather does deteriorate. Interesting. Silawat says, no, leather doesn't last forever. The Winter says, the houses want the second market. Sweet things. No, although classic styles will always hold value. Nicole says, I hope they kept their names anonymous so nobody tries to rob them. No, their names are in the article. I just, because I'm a decent person, I don't want to disclose their names. But their names are in the article. And also what their jobs are, like what their businesses are, that's also in the article, but I didn't want to state that on purpose because that's not the point. I'm not here to gossip about these people, who they are, where they live. That's none of my business. What I'm interested in is figuring out, is this really something that we should be looking into? Are Chanel bags and Hermes bags really the heirlooms of tomorrow? That's all. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all of this. We'll go. Subscribe to my channel and never give up on love. Bye.